Okay, so I have here a centripetal force device, and what happens here is the rings have their own inertia, and we are going to spin the rings, and as they're spinning, the centripetal force is going to be pulling back on them, both at the bottom and top at components back towards the center. And so the ring itself is going to have inertia, and we're going to see that as this is spinning, we're going to see this sort of flatten off a little bit because the rod is going to provide an additional force, but there's going to be an inertia on the ring itself. And this is going to be a double demonstration. We're going to get two things out of this. So watch how this happens. Okay, so we're seeing it spinning, and we can see it sort of flatten out in its path here. If you look carefully, you can see that it is now down to about here. And so what we are going to observe with this is that as an object is spinning, it does have inertia that's going to cause the object to move outward. Centripetal force is inward, but this is also going to help us understand how the Earth itself, in its rotation, got a flat spot at the poles. So it's not drastic like this, but what we do have is the radius of the Earth at the equator is a little bit larger than the radius of the Earth to the poles. And so that's one of the reasons we're going to see different gravities occurring at the North Pole, because as that radius goes down, we see that the amount of gravity would go up. And at the equator, near the equator, we're going to see locations where there is going to be a little bit lower gravity. Now, gravity also depends on the makeup of the Earth, so we don't see it being universally the same because we have to look at elevations and densities of the rocks and minerals under the Earth, but ultimately we see higher gravities in general near the equator, and we see lower gravities up near the pole. And again, as the Earth was forming, it was spinning, and so we get a little bit of a bulge around the equator. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. Have a wonderful day.